I've started recording.
As have I.
Welcome to the TGI podcast. It's been 2 months.
Woo! Well, 2 months special, am I right?
Yeah, woo! Let's just do
Oh
it
my
bi-monthly. I'm kidding, we're not going to.
No, that's still too much for us.
Yeah.
That would require too much commitment still.
We can't hold on to that sort of commitment.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry we've been away for 2 months, and surprisingly we've tried to film about 5 times during that.
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. We didn't just sit around and wait and go, nah, I can't be bothered. We legitimately multiple times organised we were going to do it. There were sometimes when we did do it. There was one time when we did one and had about 5 minutes to go, and then everything went wrong.
Yeah, there was one time we got through half of one, which might I add was excellent. It was an excellent podcast,
Oh, it was really
and then some stuff came up.
And then my parents thought I was dead.
That's the short of it. Sorry,
that's the short of it. The long of it,
yeah. we don't have that kind of time in an hour space.
Anyway, so what have you been up to in the last 2 months, Ryan? What have you? Better question, rather than just rambling on about your actual life.
Yeah.
What movies have you seen? What TV shows have you been watching? What games you played? What? I mean, we went to Oz Comic Con.
That was fun.
Yep.
Except me and Lloyd sort of fucked off for the entire time together.
And Lloyd wasted his money on contact lenses.
Oh my
and a
god.
lucky
Yeah.
box.
All right. Can we talk about this for a
go
second?
On, then. Go on.
All right. So I was with Lloyd or whatever. Shout out to Daniel. And we're sitting there, whatever. He's like, "I want to go get some contact lenses, color changing ones." I'm like, "Yeah, shit, that's fine, man. It won't take that long."
Yeah,
it won't take that long. He takes 20 minutes to pick out the contact lenses. I leave and walk around the place or whatever because I'm like, I'm gonna look around for a Captain America shield. Didn't find one. And so I come back, he's still looking, finally buys them, takes another 20 to 30 minutes to actually put them in the toilet. And I have to sit there twiddling my thumbs, and people coming up to me going, because he bought one of those mystery boxes or whatever,
yeah.
And people are like, "Oh yeah, was it worth it?" I'm like, I didn't buy it, but I can tell you now, it's for the excitement. You're probably not going to get something good, but it was fun. Or whatever, but I had to deal with that for 20 and a half an hour. Oh my god, he is the slowest man alive.
Yeah, basically.
Hi, I'm Daniel Lloyd, and I'm the slowest man alive.
Thank you for making that reference. Yeah, so back on what I was saying. What movies, games, TV shows, etc., have you been watching?
Well, I finally got around to starting to watch Mr. Robot.
Oh, see, I keep saying I'm going to do that, and I just never do.
I'm on episode 7 of season 1. Apparently, that's when shit turns upside down a bit.
Oh, nice.
But it should be good because there's released the first 3 episodes so far. Maybe it's 4 now. Sorry. Yeah. But we're gonna get around to watching that, and it's really good. Definitely, really worth a watch.
Oh yeah, I've heard it's really good, and I've just never actually gotten around to watching it yet.
It's a show you got to commit to. It's not like Flash or Arrow or DC Legends of Tomorrow, where you can sort of sit there on your phone scrolling through Instagram or whatever,
yeah,
and you can still get what's going on. You have to be watching, otherwise. I remember I left the room for about 5 seconds and forgot to pause it. Came back in, and I had no clue what had happened. Something just completely changed, and I was like, "Where am I? Is this still Mr. Robot? I don't know."
Am I watching the same show?
Yeah,
Speaking of, am I watching the right thing?
Yeah,
The Killing Joke, right?
Oh,
so, you saw it in theaters.
I did.
Because they did the limited release thing. They only had one showing at 3 o'clock, right? Is that it?
They had 2 showings, one at 3 and one at 3:05.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think it's because they just wanted a bit more space. But yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So the whole first half an hour of the movie is not really the Killing Joke at all.
Yeah.
And some people have been apparently actually sat there and were watching it in the theaters and said, "Am I watching the right movie?" Because it started differently, and I looked into it, and it sort of makes sense because the story of the first half an hour of the movie is actually from the last Batgirl issue that they put out before The Killing Joke was released.
Yeah.
In which she does crime fighting or whatever, because they knew that they were going to kill her off, or not kill her off, but kill Batgirl off technically and bring her back as Oracle.
Yeah. Well, see, no, yeah, there was people in there, and I don't know. The cinema I was in didn't seem too pleased. We seemed pretty fine with it. Like, personally, I didn't actually mind the Batgirl thing. I was going in there knowing, because I remember I was standing out the front of the cinema and some girl comes in and she's like, yeah, I heard somewhere that start of it's like about Batgirl. And I was like, oh, really? Alright, cool. So I went in there and watched it. I didn't mind the Batgirl stuff. I actually really enjoyed it as its own thing. It was kind of cool. I don't know. I like Batgirl as a character. She was kind of interesting when she was still relevant. But I really enjoyed just that. The bat sex, might I add, bit unnecessary. Okay, just say that now.
Bit unnecessary.
It was honestly. Well, yeah, you wouldn't expect that from Batman. You'd expect that more from Bruce Wayne. Like, he's a hunk millionaire just banging women 24/7.
Yeah.
Like, but when he was at Batman, like, I know they're the same people or whatever, but it just as Batman, you don't go, yeah, they're gonna fuck. It was sort of
I know everyone else was sort of like, some people are like, oh, it's fine. I don't see why everyone's having a problem with it.
I'm still fine with it, because what they did there was they did that to give a reason for Batman to go after the Joker so intensely.
Yeah.
Like, if they had dropped the Killing Joke and just did all that would have been fine. Fans would have been happy. But with this little extra Batgirl thing, it gives more reason for him to be so willing to go after the Joker, because he does have a relationship, and they do talk about that in the Batgirl scene. Like, that's why he tells Batgirl to not take a case or something, because he starts caring about her.
Yeah.
And then, so it's like, you can't care about people in this business or whatever. So it's stuff like that. I reckon it wasn't needed. Could have done it some other different way. They could have, like, kissed or something. Like, could have been less, like, it didn't have to be sex.
Didn't have to be sexy, but yep.
Yeah, but it was there for a reason. I liked the reason it was there for, and I'm not exactly that butthurt about it. I don't know why other people are.
No, I think it's more just the age difference for me, where I was like, touchy. See, but in Killing Joke, she's not as necessarily young as she is in the rest of the Batman lore. Yeah,
I think her and Batman, I think they're like, Batman is older. I think he'd probably only be about 10 or something years older.
Yeah. But yeah, the thing is, right, is someone was, when I was watching a review of it after I watched it, which I watched it last night, the thing is with it for me, is I feel as if it had something more to do with the Joker, it would have made more sense. Right? Because I get it, the Joker comes in at whatever, half an hour in, and the Killing Joke starts, and it just starts doing the whole Joker backstory thing, and it's like, it's almost like a completely different movie.
It is definitely two movies. They definitely could have released it as two separate DC animations.
Yeah, and the thing with it is it's like, if, for example, the first half an hour could have been Batgirl and Batman doing something to do with the Joker, like they put him away or something, and then it's like a year later, and then it's got Batman going to do the thing. And you could still have the Batman-Batgirl relationship. You could still have everything that they had in there, just, it would be more relevant to the Killing Joke. But when I read about the fact that it was actually based on the last Batgirl comic before she was shot, I was like, that makes some sense, but they didn't really explain that enough to make it obvious.
Well, yeah, see, we're both comic book nerds. We can definitely say that. I wear that with pride, I'm not going to lie. I'm a comic book nerd, and going into that, I didn't know that was the last issue. I only found out 5 minutes ago when you just told me. I didn't know that, and I do think they probably could have maybe explained it. I don't know. I do like what you said, though. Could have been something to do with the Joker, but at the same time, they talk about it somewhere. I was reading something. But the Joker didn't even know it was Batgirl he shot.
Yeah, that's...
He literally just shot the commissioner's daughter. It was just like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like... No doubt the second half, the Killing Joke part of it, is amazing. Really well done, right?
Oh, wait. I want to get onto the musical part afterwards.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure, we'll do that. But yeah, the Killing Joke section was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
But the first section was not as good.
Alright, I reckon the first set part was actually, great. Not the killing, not to be with the, sorry, it shouldn't have been put with the Killing Joke. It's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They could have released it as, because I know DC sometimes do like these little short animations. They're like half an hour or something. They're DC character spotlights, I think they're called. There's only been like Green Arrow, Spectrum or something, and Shazam, like things like that.
Yeah,
they could have released that as a Batgirl one, and like, or an Oracle one, sorry, or something like that. They could have released that as its own like short thing.
Yeah, because like imagine if they'd done this, right? So imagine if they released that as a spotlight thing, had this whole Batgirl thing at the start, then you have the scene that had what was it? The scene where the Joker goes and it's like all the dentists.
Oh yeah, I know
and what's his name? What is his name? Commissioner Gordon's Harvey Bullock. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. God, that was
that just didn't even
comic book nerds. Air quotes everywhere.
Yeah, good job, Ryan. So if they'd released it as a spotlight, right? Had that scene, so it's like hinting at the Joker's there. Then you have the Barbara Gordon scene where she gets shot. Just show her getting shot and falling backwards. End it
maybe
there.
Maybe show the Joker's face or whatever.
Yeah, no, like show the Joker's face and then just maybe even a gunshot. Like,
yeah,
blackout gunshot, right? End it there, then say the Killing Joke, and then do the Killing Joke and have that scene again in the Killing Joke.
Yeah, that could have worked. That would actually probably been better. It would have been a better marketing thing. Like, say they just dropped it. They just dropped that Batgirl thing. Imagine if, they just say, like, hypothetically, they didn't say anything about this Killing Joke. They just all of a sudden dropped this Batgirl thing out of nowhere.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
People like, oh shit, what's up? They watch it and then they see that part and they're like, fuck, is this the Killing Joke? Is there going to be and then like you've got now this sort of hype, but it's the hype for the right people, I think. And once that, like, you give it like maybe like a month or two, a few. And then you go, yep, Killing Joke's going to be in a few cinemas or whatever. Then it's like going to release and all that kind of stuff. There you've got this massive, this like good amount of hype for it. I reckon.
Yeah.
Like I reckon that would have been a smart thing to do. Okay, would have been a smart thing.
Yeah. The best explanation I saw for it is the Batgirl section feels like a filler episode of Batman the Animated Series, whilst the other section feels like a good episode. It's like they're two separate things, and the Batgirl section has just been put in there because they have to put in 20 episodes or whatever in a season. So it's like, that was the best explanation I saw.
Yeah. Speaking of filler, can we talk about like at the start of the movie? Did you see it? The Mark Hamill thing?
Yes.
Yes. And at the end of the movie, the like the music, like the orchestra thing, they were. You could tell they were fillers, but I didn't even care.
They were just sort of there to fill the time of the, I guess, the cinema requirements or whatever, because it's going to be a certain amount of time.
Yeah. I didn't actually mind it, though. I liked the Mark Hamill thing. I liked, like, listening to him about it. It was, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mind those things. And the musical thing, I didn't actually mind as well. It was
okay, yeah, you want to talk about the musical. You want to talk about the musical, don't you?
Yes. Oh my god, I love that scene more than anything.
Yeah, okay, so the scene, for those of you who haven't seen it, which, by the way, we're probably going to spoil it, but if you don't know what happens in The Killing Joke, you're like 30 years behind. Go read the comic or watch the movie now.
You fucking scrub.
Yeah, exactly, you fucking scrub. No, the musical section is filled in for the section where the Joker's taking Commissioner Gordon through his, like, ghost train thing. When he's naked, and he's, instead of monologuing to him in this one, he's singing.
Well, yeah, see, it was good. They did a good job. It's because when you're reading it, it's just words on a page that you're just associating with the Joker. When you're watching it, you've got this great music going on, and just the voice singing, and like being able to hear the lyrics being sung by Mark Hamill. It was phenomenal. I reckon it was so good. They really pulled that off. They pulled off the backing music to go with it. It was the right sort of crazy.
Yeah. And so the thing with that, right, is when I'm watching that, I'm thinking they could have done this for other things. Not songs necessarily, but if they'd completely eliminated the Batgirl part, they just added things here and there to make it longer but still the Killing Joke, I think it would be much better. So, for example, they could have added scenes of the Joker in his backstory of him doing stand-up comedy and not doing good at it.
Yeah,
even though it wasn't in the comic, just add it. It's the same story.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be exactly the same frame for frame the entire time.
Yeah, I think they were trying to do an homage to the comic book fans, though. I think was the frame by frame stuff.
Which, yeah, there's no doubt it was really good. I'm not saying they shouldn't have done it. I'm just saying maybe if they felt like they had to put filler in, maybe make it more relevant. And rather than having it as a big chunk at the start, sort of scatter it throughout.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a good idea.
Although the benefit of having that big chunk at the start is I am able to skip that first half an hour and go straight to the Killing Joke if I want to.
Yeah, no, but all in all, it was a good movie. It was. I was happy to go see it in cinema. I enjoyed it. I don't know. It was. If they could have done like what was said in this podcast, they could have probably taken those ideas and done that. But the way they did it was still not bad. I still enjoyed it.
Oh no, it wasn't bad. But then again, it's DC animated movies. They have a lot to live up to. They haven't really done any bad ones.
No, I couldn't name a bad DC animated movie.
Justice League War wasn't the best critically received, but that's probably
the least
critically received of all of them.
It was pretty much Justice League Volume 1. It had a few differences. Like
that's what it was.
Like Shazam being there instead of fucking what's his name. Yeah, but yeah, it all in all, it was a good movie and definitely worth a watch. I mean, there's not much more to say about it, really.
Ryan recommends.
Yeah, I definitely say watch it.
Any games you've been playing in the last couple of months? Any games you bought / playing?
Honestly, I've just been going about my days playing The Witcher 3 and Fallout 4 still. I haven't really mixed anything up because they got like the BioShock, collection coming out, which I'm fucking pumped for.
When does that come out again?
Oh, soon. I can't remember the actual
date,
like but
it's September, soon, right?
Yeah, it could even. Yeah, I think it's about then. Because then we also got the Skyrim remastered coming out,
of course,
which should be fun. I'll get that one. And there's there's other games I can't think off the top of my head that Dishonored 2.
Yeah,
fucking pumped.
That's coming out.
Oh my god, I want that in my asshole. Sorry, I really want to play it. It looks really good. And I actually played the Batman Tattletale game.
Oh, you did? I was actually going to ask if you'd played it yet. I have not.
Yes.
I'm considering probably getting it on my phone.
No, don't get it on your phone. Get it on your PS4, man. It's $8, and it's like just find time where you can play it. It takes like a couple hours, not even. I don't think. Like it's a Tattletales game, so it takes like a lengthy time, but it's not too long. But yeah, the QuickTime events reminded me of The Wolf Among Us. Like there's a few.
Which I love that game so much.
Yeah, it I don't know. I enjoyed the QuickTime events. They were really well done. They were visually pleasing to watch. Like you had to focus. Like oh my god, I was sitting there at the start, like when you do the first thing and there's QuickTime events. I was sitting back in my bed or whatever, just chilling, and all of a sudden these QuickTime events happen, and I just spring up and move to like the edge of my bed, and I'm just like, oh shit. You gotta focus for them, but it's really good. I don't know. Yeah, I enjoyed the QuickTime events. What really got me was like what I really loved was the Bruce Wayne stuff.
Yeah,
which
it looks
weird from a. Honestly, it should have been called Bruce Wayne, the Tattletale game.
Yeah, I've heard it's more Bruce Wayne than Batman, but yeah.
But that's not even bad. Like, it was fun to play as Bruce Wayne because, like with the Walking Dead Michonne one, that was like you didn't really choose how you felt; you chose how you think Michonne would pick.
Yeah.
But there's been so many different versions. Like, there's been everyone has their own interpretation of like Bruce Wayne and how he's seen and everyone. I chose the smooth, rich pleases everyone Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
But, I've seen people choose, the jerk stuck-up one. Like, you can choose how Bruce Wayne is, and they did a really good job of, differentiating them.
Yeah, I know. It looks really damn good. I'm going to play it eventually, but...
Yeah. No, it's definitely only $8, and it's, worth the time.
Ryan recommends.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. The Batman parts are fun, and, it's just really worth the play, and... I don't know. I'm interested to see how my decisions actually affect the rest of the game. Because when I was playing it, I'm like, these decisions don't really feel like they'll affect much.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. It just... Tattletale do a good job of, like, having decisions you make in the first game bite you in the ass in, like, the fifth one.
Yeah.
The fifth one.
They are good at that.
So... I don't know. It's be interesting to see how, like, the decisions I've made will affect everything.
Well, hey, even if it turns out bad, there's still the Jurassic Park one, which isn't great, but it still exists. And there's the Back to the Future one, and there's obviously all the Walking Dead ones, including Season 3, which is coming out, so...
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited for Season 3 to come out.
Yeah, can't complain.
Yeah.
Alright. Guess I should talk about stuff.
Yeah, what have you been watching, or all that kind of shit?
Look, movies, not much. I mean, I'm just like I can't even think. I haven't gone and really seen anything in the movies. I mean, Killing Joke I watched obviously. I started watching 10 Cloverfield Lane the other night.
That's meant to be really shit.
I just didn't continue to watch it. I think I fell asleep or something. And then. Yeah, I don't know, TV shows, I got back into iZombie, because I sort of lost it halfway through Season 2, because The Flash was on at the same time, and I was, like, really stuck into that, so I just never went back to iZombie. Yeah. Love that show, though. It's very good.
Yeah, I never watch it. It's on Stan, I should probably give it a watch.
Oh, is it on Stan? There you go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure every episode airs, like, when it comes out.
Oh, nice. Well, yes, it's good. I'd recommend it. It's sort of like one of those acquired taste things where you sort of like, some people are going to like it, some people aren't, but I like it quite a lot. And what else? TV shows, not much. I mean, they've just started putting out some trailers and teaser posters and stuff for American Horror Story Season 6, which is pretty exciting for me. I mean, I know you don't care about it, but,
I've just never really watched it. I've heard good things from it. Lloyd's been watching it, and he said it's good.
Well, what they do is they don't announce what the story is or what it's about until really only a couple of weeks before it comes out. So it's sort of like this hype thing that builds up every time where it's like, what's it going to be this time? Because each one is a different story. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, I'll just cut you off for a second.
No, it's fine.
Have you heard anything from Stranger Things?
Look, I've heard lots about it, but because I don't have Netflix at the moment, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, no, it's all I've been hearing about in my friend group. Is just how good that show is.
It looks so goddamn good.
Yeah, all I've heard about is how good. It's how good it is, and I'm like, maybe I should give it a watch then.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to get on that soon.
I think what I said to them as well was, when I get my Netflix back, I'll watch it.
Oh yeah, when I get Netflix back, I'm going to binge watch it. It looks really good, and everything I've heard is that the child actors are good in it, apparently, which is good, because child actors piss me off a lot of the time.
Oh yeah. Also, I was reading up, Daredevil Season 3 is not coming out till 2018.
Yeah, because of Defenders and stuff, so...
I know. I was like, at first I was like, fuck, and I just sort of cried a little. But then I'm like, wait, we got like Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, The Defenders, Iron Fist. Not like I'm going to be a bit short of it.
No.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I can stomach down till 2018.
Speaking of Defenders, let's talk about that teaser trailer, right? So they put out the trailer for Luke Cage, obviously. Mm-hmm. They put out that teaser trailer for Iron Fist, and then they put out the teaser trailer for Defenders, which was sort of just like a sizzle reel. Mm-hmm. And then at the end, they had all the letters that had been taken from the different logos that said Defend, and it was in the shape of a hand, and I was like, I know what this is, I know what's coming, and I knew you would, because you're a Daredevil fan. Exactly.
Oh god, I love the hand.
Yeah, so, spoiler alert if you didn't know, it's going to be the hand. Which was they were sort of like...
They appear in our Daredevil Season 2.
Yeah, they sort of played around a little bit in Season 2 with it.
Have you seen Season 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so can we talk about it, you reckon? Like the ending?
I mean, if we say
it's been
spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
It came out when? April? May? April.
It came out a little while ago, a few months ago.
You'll live if you haven't watched it yet. You should go watch it.
Yeah, I tell everyone to watch every time I see them. We talk about TV shows. But at the end, Elektra is killed or whatever. I say killed. She gets brought back to by gets brought back to life by the hand.
No, the Lazarus
I
pit.
think she... Huh?
The Lazarus
What
pit.
the fuck? Shut the fuck up. Oh my god, I'll fucking backhand you. But yeah, she gets brought back to life, so I think she'll be part of the Defenders, honestly. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, they should just rename Elektra to Talia al Ghul, am I right?
They totally should.
Oh my fucking god, I'm actually about to hit
Okay,
you.
I'll let you keep going. Sorry.
But yeah, so I reckon she'll probably be in that, the Defenders, because she, yeah, it just makes sense, honestly. Because they can't keep her laying around till fucking 2018.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited for the Defenders, though. It looked good. And Luke Cage. That'll be interesting.
Luke Cage should be alright. Looks
I don't know.
awesome.
Iron Fist, I'm a little bit, on. I've never really seen much of Iron Fist.
Yeah, me neither.
Maybe I'll
we'll still watch it because, like, obviously it's,
Netflix show. You know,
so far
I need something to binge. Yeah. But yeah, and I don't know, maybe we should buy, like, a volume 1 or something.
Yeah.
And just have a quick squeeze of it.
Yeah,
it can't hurt, honestly. Yeah. Also, speaking of, like, Marvel stuff, how hyped are you for Doctor Strange?
Pretty hyped.
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped as well.
That last trailer from Comic-Con, that got me.
I reckon it looks really good. I never really seen much
Brandle
Doctor
Dick
Strange,
Cumble Snatch, my favourite.
Oh yeah, Brandle Dick Cucumber Snatch, man, is fucking... He looks good as Doctor Strange, and it looks interesting and weird and magical and artsy that I love it.
It's amazing.
I don't know. It looks like it'll be really well done if it doesn't change too much. I reckon it looks really good, honestly.
Yeah. So back on Marvel TV again, but not Netflix. Yeah. I don't know if you don't follow Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at all, do you?
No, I don't really watch it. No.
But did you see the teaser posters and stuff they were putting out?
Oh, for Ghost Rider? Yeah, it looks really cool. It
makes me want to watch it.
Yeah, I know, same here. It's the Ghost Rider was the car one, the Ronnie Reyes one, isn't Ronnie Reyes?
Yes, it's the Marvel Now version rather than the Nicolas Cage played version.
Let's talk about the Marvel Now one. Disappointed that series got cancelled really early on.
Yeah.
It was actually quite good. Actually, a pretty good series.
Although Ghost Rider, it's kind of hard to write stories for, but
yeah, I don't know. He's kind of cool.
It's like the Flash. You literally just give him a fast person, and that's a character done.
Oh my god! If in season 3 he spends the entire season fighting someone faster than him, I swear to God.
I get that it's like...
Honestly, the show should start, "Hi, I'm Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive," when I'm not versing someone who's also a speedster.
I'm the fastest man alive apart from Reverse Flash and Zoom. Every other
speedster. Like, oh my god, I'm sick of him fighting someone who's faster than him.
But hey, to be fair, it might be more interesting in the next season because of Flashpoint, so, you know.
I don't know. Can we talk about that for a second? How long do you want that to go?
Ideally.
Yeah.
I don't want it to go the whole season.
I want it to go for, 4 episodes.
Wow, you really don't want it to go for very long at all.
Well, you think about it. How much can they drag from Flashpoint?
Yeah, it's true. I mean...
Before it starts just getting... if they drag it out for an entire season, or maybe 9 episodes or whatever, or
I'm thinking half the season would be ideal for me.
I'm thinking 3, 4, 5 episodes, and then they use that to I don't know, they use Flashpoint for Barry to build on or something, and he's stuff happens, but there's maybe a villain from Flashpoint or something gets time warps. I don't know, stuff like that. They can work something out, but I don't want it to go for a good chunk of the season. I just feel like it'll be very overplayed by the end of it.
Yeah, I just feel like it's too much of a big plot thing that they've hyped up for them to just sort of kill it in 4 episodes.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
But I get what you're saying. I get that it shouldn't go for too long.
I don't know, the Kid Flash looks pretty cool.
Well, yes, that looks awesome. Wally West is the Flash.
Dude, I was seeing a lot of people, actually. They're giving it a lot of shit.
Why?
I know, I don't know. I reckon the suit looked really cool. It was the classic, yellow and red.
Loved it.
And I don't know, I just reckon it looked, really good.
Yeah, they got the yellow and red. He's got the hair coming out the top, which I love.
Yeah. And
yeah,
I
don't know. It was just
real
it was weird
good.
that people gave it shit.
Yeah, I just don't know. I reckon it looked real well done. Honestly, I'd love to have a Flash suit. Like, I reckon it'd look sick.
Oh yeah, you can buy some, but they're like $300.
Yeah, I know. I'm not made of money.
Like well, if you saved, you would be.
Nathan, please don't encourage me.
Please.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. Flash Boy, I don't know. Hopefully they don't make it overstay its welcome. That's just all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah. But I guess still talking about trailers and new stuff that's coming out. We obviously got a couple of different ones for DC and Marvel, mainly DC at Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like we should start with probably the least DC one I could possibly choose, which is the Lego Batman movie, right?
Yeah.
The trailer for that was absolutely amazing. I watched it probably 3 times because I was like, this is so good.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
Michael Cera as Robin. This is the best decision they could ever make.
The movie looks good. Like if they just do the Lego movie feel where it's wacky but cool.
By the look of it, that is what they're going for, which is working so well for them.
Oh yeah, I don't know. It just looks good. It looks funny. It looks like it'll be like how we went to me and Nathan. When we saw the Lego movie, we went to the weekend, like the pre-weekend release or whatever.
Yeah, like
we went like
a week.
It
was the first weekend it came out.
No, it wasn't meant to come out for like another week. It was
yeah,
like
that's right.
Before.
Yeah, we went before it came out. Yeah,
we saw it before. Like, most people saw it. We were probably the oldest people in there who didn't have kids.
Yeah, we were probably the only people in there that were not parents with children.
And
we found it funnier than most of them.
I didn't care. Didn't even care. I fucking loved it.
I grew up with Lego, and I was like, I'm going to see this movie. And then I saw it, I loved it. And then we were like, hey, who's the guy that voices Emmett? Oh, would you look at that? He's going to be in a Marvel movie in 6 months. That's pretty cool. Marvel movie comes out. We see that. We love that.
Oh, God. Chris Pratt's got everything going for him.
He literally does. But yeah, Lego Batman movie. It's just like the quipping and like the just like the whole snarkiness of the trailer and like the parodies they're doing of everything, and like the Joker looks over the top, and like Robin walking into the Batcave and he's like, Batman lives in Bruce Wayne's basement, and then Batman's like, nah, Bruce Wayne lives in Batman's attic, and I was like, fuck yes. This movie is great.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be good. Hopefully they do the same feel as the Lego movie as well, where it's like that everything is Lego, basically.
Well, yeah, the general plot, because they didn't really show off the plot in the first trailer, even though the first trailer was also amazing. They didn't really show off the plot, but the story is, I guess, he sort of forgets that Robin is a thing. He's like, oh yeah, I adopted that kid, didn't I? And then he's like, Alfred's like, yeah, you kind of have to look after him. And he's like, okay, I'll just make him Robin. And then, like, the whole bit where he just, like, puts on the reggae suit and then rips the pants off and throws them at his face, and they're just, like, the Lego pants, and they just, like, bounce off his head. I was like, this movie is going to be amazing, and I know it.
They've got the good overall feel going for it. Honestly, if it comes out and it's bad, I will be personally shocked.
It's the same guys. It's Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
Yeah, honestly, if they just do what they did with the Lego movie, but I don't want them to completely change it, but if they don't do the exact same thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what I mean. But, like,
yeah, like,
you think about it, right? They're also making a Spider-Man animated movie, remember that? Those same guys, and I cannot wait for that either. So
yeah, animated movies. Let's be honest, animated movies are the thing.
They are really damn good.
They're like,
at the moment,
more times than not. Like, if they're like a big company like animated movie, they're always pretty much good.
You know why? Because they can do whatever they want. The studios aren't gonna say shit. Because they're like, it's just an animated movie. It's not like Batman v Superman where the studio comes in and goes, I don't really like how you've done this. We're gonna change it. They literally just make the animated movies for the fans.
Yeah, it's because the studios see animated movies as not that profitable, or they don't see them as that big game changers as a big live action movie, like Batman v Superman or Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know. I reckon it'll be good though.
Yeah,
it always is.
And then there was something else. Oh yeah, Wonder Woman, that trailer.
Yeah,
God,
I don't mind the look of that.
Damn, did you watch the trailer?
I did actually.
Okay, well, yes. Oh my god.
Yes, they are. Natalie Portman looks on point.
Natalie Portman.
Yep.
I remember I made a joke. I thought you were being serious, and I was like, right.
No, I remember I heard someone say something about. Oh no, that wasn't with you. One time I was in Frankston, and there was Natalie Portman or something, and I'm pretty sure someone said something about her being Wonder Woman.
Oh.
I don't think it was you who was with me then, because oh my god, it was the funniest thing.
Okay, that is disturbingly bad. But anyway,
it was funny. I loved it.
Oh god. Just like they're sort of doing the whole Captain America thing, where it's like connected but separate.
Yeah,
it's like back in time.
Well, it's older. They can do what they want.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
that's the other thing too, is they can do whatever they want. They don't have to worry about dropping references every 5 seconds to prove that it's connected. They just sort of like, whatever, you know. It's connected.
Wonder Woman. Ooh, that happened.
But like,
I know Steve Trevor looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that like Chris Pine as Steve Trevor looks fucking awesome, and like, just the whole thing is just great. Like, she's got the lasso as well.
The lasso. It's lasso.
People say both.
The lasso. No one calls it a lasso.
People do actually. Lasso.
No one called it a lasso. It's a lasso.
Lasso.
It's a lasso. All right. No, you waited for 1 second. Waiting for 1 second. Mom. Mom. Damn it! She's not inside. All right. You get off this time. No one called it a goddamn lasso.
I hate you so much.
Oh my fucking god. Say it right, we won't have this problem.
Fine. Wonder Woman trailer was good. Now, Justice League trailer. You want to talk about that? We should talk about that.
Yeah, we should talk about it. Oh my god, Eric Miller as Flash. Oh my god, my voice is
Ezra Miller as Flash? Did you say Eric?
And I don't know why I said Eric. I'm getting all my names wrong.
Mom, is it Ezra or Eric? Damn, she's on his side.
No, you said it right. You said it right. No, he looks cool. I like him.
Yep, he looks cool.
They've done a good job. Because you hear people going, I already love the Flash. If they've already captured the love of the Flash through a trailer.
Yeah, and I don't want to like spoil anything, but there may be a nod or two to him in the movie we're seeing tonight.
Yeah, I saw that in the casting list. Yeah.
So
that I hope he does appear in it.
I mean, I don't know,
like
but there was a scene in the trailer with Captain Boomerang, and he was robbing a bank, and then there was blue lightning, and I was like, It better be.
That's it.
And so I feel like it's going to be, because Captain Boomerang is a Flash villain.
Yeah, I think everyone knows that.
So,
yeah, no, I reckon it. Oh god, he looks good. And also in the back of his like studio thing he's in, you can see Rick and Morty.
Oh
playing.
My god, I saw that the first time I watched it, and I was like, that's the